Country star Jason Aldean returns to Las Vegas 1 week after the shooting massacre that left 58 dead.
Harvey Weinstein is forced out of his own company after sexual harassment allegations, and Hollywood speaks out.
The late actor Anthon Yelchin is honored by Jennifer Lopez, Zoë Saldana, and more stars at an emotional celebration of life.
And moms-to-be Kylie Jenner and Khloé Kardashian are starting to plan nurseries. All the sisters are very excited. You know what? So are we.
At that stage, they wouldn't have known that every mummy wasn't
Sure.
on screen in a silver miniskirt running around.
That's kind of all you know. Model and actress Elizabeth Hurley opens up to us about raising her son in the spotlight.
Plus, Dolly Partons has a new children's album, and she's telling us all about it.
Hopefully, people are going to get a kick out of this, and the kids are going to love it and enjoy it.
Good morning, Facebook Live and People.com. Welcome to People Now. Now, later on in the show, we are bringing you Ariana Grande's shocking new hair makeover. It sent ripples into the universe. You've got to see it. Stay tuned for that. But in honor of Ariana mixing things up this morning, we want to know, what is your favorite iconic hair moment in pop culture? Someone that changed their hair? Look at all these. My gosh. There are so many to choose from. We can't wait to hear from you. That's a good one. All right, it's our Facebook question of the day. Let us know your comments in the comments below. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Jason Aldean returned to Las Vegas Sunday, exactly 1 week after he performed at the Route 91 Harvest Festival, where a gunman opened fire from the Mandalay Bay Hotel, injuring more than 500 people in attendance and killing at least 58. Aldean and his pregnant wife, Brittany Kerr Aldean, flew in to visit with hospitalized survivors of the shooting. Brittany described the emotional trip in an Instagram post Sunday evening. She said, quote, "It feels surreal being back in Vegas today, visiting some of the strongest people we have ever met, fighting the toughest battle for them all, for their lives." Going on to say, "You have helped us try to begin to start the healing process by seeing the strength each one of you have." And Jason Aldean appeared on Saturday Night Live this past weekend, opening the show with a tribute to the Las Vegas victims and honoring the late music legend Tom Petty. Aldean was front and center at the episode's beginning. In lieu of the typical cold open, he spoke directly to the camera with a band behind him, addressing the tragedy, saying, quote, "Like everyone, I'm struggling to understand what happened that night and how to pick up the pieces and start to heal." He continued, "So many people are hurting. There are children, parents, brothers, sisters, friends. They're all part of our family. So I want to say to them, we hurt for you, we hurt with you." The country artist then turned to a performance of "I Won't Back Down," one of the most beloved hits of Tom Petty, who died on Monday after suffering cardiac arrest, with the lyrics clearly doubling as a tribute to the singer and to the victims of last Sunday's Vegas attack. Well, guys, after multiple sexual harassment allegations, movie mogul Harvey Weinstein has been forced out of his own company. On Sunday, Weinstein was removed from his powerhouse film studio, The Weinstein Company, after being accused of decades of sexual misconduct in a New York Times report. This is all according to Variety. In a statement on Sunday, the company said in part, quote, "In light of new information about misconduct by Harvey Weinstein that has emerged in the past few days, the directors of the Weinstein Company have determined and have informed Harvey Weinstein that his employment with the Weinstein Company is terminated effective immediately." The company also said it hired an independent law firm to conduct an internal investigation into the accusations against Weinstein. The company will now be under the leadership of Weinstein's brother and co-chairman, Bob, as well as the company's chief operating officer, David Glasser. In a report by the New York Times on Thursday, 8 women, including actress Ashley Judd, came forward to accuse Weinstein of sexual misconduct. Following the allegations, the film executive had announced plans to take a, quote, "leave of absence" in a statement to the Times. Now, over the weekend, actor Nathan Lane added his name to the list of people accusing Weinstein of bad behavior, with the shocking allegation that Weinstein attacked him during a party 17 years ago. During an interview at the New Yorker Festival on Saturday, Lane remembered the night in 2000 when the two attended a birthday celebration for Hillary Clinton. According to Lane, Weinstein threw him up against the wall for a joke that the actor had made on stage about Rudy Giuliani's comb-over. Weinstein reportedly told Lane at the time, quote, "This is my bleeping show. We don't need you." And actress Rashida Jones is speaking out in the wake of the recent allegations, expressing how proud she is of the women that took a stand against Weinstein. Jones has not worked professionally with the film producer, but told Entertainment Tonight, quote, "I think it's great that women are speaking out. I just hope that it encourages a culture of continuing to speak out. I hope it gives women the backbone and support that they need." We will keep you updated on this story on People.com. Actor Anthon Yelchin was commemorated by his family and co-stars on Sunday in a touching celebration of life at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles. And it's clear that Yelchin, who died in June 2016 at the age of 27 after he was pinned by his own car at his home, left an unforgettable impression on those who worked with him. Actress Zoë Saldana, who starred alongside Yelchin in Star Trek, gave an emotional speech at the ceremony. She said, quote, "It is a bittersweet moment because we're here for Anton and he's not here with us. But we're going to keep remembering him in that hopes that by practicing all the things that he believed in and remembering all the love that he gave us, we're able to keep him here with us." Adding, quote, "He was an exceptional friend. Whether he knew you for 5 minutes or knew you his whole life, he was just exceptional." Saldana was joined by other celebrities like Yelchin's Star Trek director J.J. Abrams, Jennifer Lawrence, Jon Voight, Simon Pegg, Demi Moore, and Rumor Willis. Yelchin's parents were in attendance as well, with his mother, Irina, remembering her son as a, quote, "beautiful human being." She also spoke about the foundation that has been created in memory of him, which helps young artists who face career challenges due to debilitating disease or disability. She says, quote, "We want to keep Anton's spirit, his legacy alive for many, many years to come." After the celebration, guests gathered for the unveiling of a statue created in Yelchin's likeness as friends paid their respects to Yelchin's parents and laid flowers at the foot of the statue. The statue is located at the cemetery in the Garden of Legends, just a few steps away from the memorial of singer Chris Cornell. Well, guys, after the recent drama surrounding the cancellation of Sex and the City 3, the mastermind behind mega hits like American Horror Story and Glee has a rather simple solution to the problem: recast Samantha. Now, while speaking at the New Yorker Festival on Saturday, showrunner Ryan Murphy opened up about Kim Cattrall's refusal to do a third movie, saying, "Look, I would be very devastated if I created something cultural like that, and 95% of the team said, let's do it, but there was a hold on it. I don't blame Kim Cattrall, though." Although, according to one People source, Cattrall had hoped the new film would treat her character better than the previous 2 installments. The source reveals she was willing to have a conversation, but she needed to hear something she hasn't heard before, namely that they would treat her character with some dignity and respect, and they wouldn't even engage in that sort of discussion. Meanwhile, another source claims that despite all the recent drama, the actresses, which include Sarah Jessica Parker, Kristen Davis, Cynthia Nixon, and Kim Cattrall, all tried to preserve their friendships, explaining that the foursome genuinely cared about one another and worked hard to protect their relationship. This revelation was likely music to Murphy's ears, who went on to reveal his own emotional connection to the comedy's central characters, telling the crowd at Saturday's festival, "They meant something to me. They were important and cultural in changing the discussion of women and sexuality." Lots of fans of the movie.
I know. Can
of the
we do
movies
it without
and the show.
Samantha, though?
You kind of have to have
I don't know if you can
the original
recast.
gang.
I know.
So we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah. Let's check in with Facebook Live. We've been asking you, what's your favorite iconic hair moment? Let's see. Edward says, my favorite iconic hair moment is Rachel from Friends.
Defined a generation of women's haircuts.
I know.
And Kayleen says Rod Stewart and Tina Turner.
I'm going to go with the mullet.
Oh my gosh.
Like Billy Ray Cyrus. Let's bring back the mullet.
That was a big one. Lauren says Kate Middleton always looks flawless. Love her hair.
Oh, yes.
And
definitely.
her changing
Very
hair.
sleek.
Talking hair, guys. Oh my goodness. Keep the comments coming in. The most epic hair changes in pop culture.
You're acting like you don't want to talk about hair, but we all know you love talking about hair.
I need a haircut. Okay, let's.
All right, I have more for you in Star Trek. We're talking lots of babies. Kicking off Star Trek today with a little nursery planning. Of course, moms-to-be Kylie Jenner and Khloé Kardashian are starting to plan out their baby nurseries, and their famous older sisters are getting involved. Kim Kardashian West, Khloé Kardashian, and Kylie Jenner are all currently expecting. Kim will welcome her third child, a daughter via surrogate, while Khloé and Kylie are both expecting their first children around the same time. A source tells People the siblings are all busy prepping for motherhood. Khloé and Kylie are both starting to plan out their nurseries, while Kim, Kourtney, and even Mama Kris have stepped in to help. In addition to baby planning, the source adds that Khloé has been house hunting with boyfriend Tristan Thompson, while Kylie has been trying to keep a low profile and stay out of the public eye. According to the source, the whole family is, quote, super supportive of one another and can't wait for the new additions. Well, definitely excited to see what's in store for this rapidly expanding family. But while we're talking babies, watch this.
Shy. Look. He's gonna walk any day now.
Looks like Baby Shy is not too happy with mom, Peter Murgatroyd. The adorable 9-month-old has been keeping his parents extra busy after wandering around the kitchen trying to open some drawers. PETA, who posted the video to her Instagram account on Saturday, captioned the clip, "Someone help him, the drawers now don't open. Hashtag childproofing has begun, to be continued." In addition to walking, Shai is also climbing stairs, even learning how to ballroom dance. Proud Papa Max Schmarkovsky uploaded this super cute clip back in July, which shows Shai learning the ropes from his famous Uncle Val. We can't wait to see what this kiddo is up to next. But now onto some updates from a dangerous woman. That's right, people. Ariana Grande is setting the record straight about her newly dyed locks, revealing in an Instagram caption that her fresh color is actually gray and not purple or silver. The pint-sized performer, who's no stranger to changing up her hair, seems to be loving her new do. Early Saturday, the side-to-side singer showed off her gray color in a group photo with friends, as well as with boyfriend Mac Miller. Gotta say, we love the way this new color looks on our girl Ari. And those are your Star Treks for today.
Yeah, loving the hair. What can I say? Stay with us, guys. We're breaking down last night's drama-filled episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, plus the one and only Dolly Parton is talking all about her new children's album. Stick around for that.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
We're almost done.
Gonna sleep there?
I think so, yeah.
Thanks for hanging out while we're here. All right, I love you guys.
Love you, bye.
How is it she's allowed to throw up in bed and I have to go to rehab if I do something like that?
Ooh, I sense a little jealousy on Sunday night's Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The hit E! Show is our Toyota People Pick of the day, and it seemed like Scott Disick wasn't enjoying ex-Kourtney Kardashian's new partying ways. Kourtney, Kim, and a bunch of friends headed down to Mexico to celebrate Kourtney's birthday, but Scott stayed at home for a family night of camping in Kourtney's backyard with their 3 kids and Kris Jenner. Scott was visibly upset over the situation and later opened up to the cameras saying, "Kourtney having a good time makes me happy. But of course, in the back of my heart and mind, I get a little jealous because I wish we could have had some of those type of times while we were together." And although Kourtney was having a blast celebrating her big day, sister Kim unfortunately did not have as good of a time. First, Kim started worrying about her safety on the vacation, and then some unflattering photos of her surfaced on the beach. Take a look.
People to just think that's okay is so frustrating.
Your body doesn't look like that.
I need to unpack myself and everything. I'm literally gonna go inside and just start unpacking.
Well, Kim revealed in the episode that even though people think she is so confident, she really is, quote, so insecure, going on to say that the constant body shaming is giving her body dysmorphia. Kim left the vacation a day early and on the jet home admitted that she's become socially awkward because of all the media attention, and she prefers the chill life of staying at home. Well, to keep up with the Kardashians, make sure to watch E! Sunday nights at 9 p.m.
It was just about time that I did a children's album. Of course, I've been around a long time, so the fans of mine, now they have children and grandchildren, and even when I was on Hannah Montana, I was Aunt Dolly. So the fact that I love kids and people kind of relate to me looking like a, Mother Goose or Cinderella, one of those over-exaggerated cartoon characters, it gets children's attention and it keeps me young. But we talk about responsibility, that we talk about bullying, and we talk about giving, we talk about friendship, loyalty, and all those wonderful little things, and we do it in a fun way, and the songs are very uplifting, very singable. Hopefully people are going to get a kick out of this and the kids are going to love it and enjoy it.
The Mother Goose, Dolly Parton. There you go. The proceeds from Dolly's brand new album go toward the Imagination Library. It's a nonprofit that Dolly started herself to provide books to children. She told us the sweet reason that she was inspired to create the library 22 years ago and how much progress has been made. Watch.
I started it in honor of my dad, My dad was not able to read and write. He was a country boy with a bunch of kids, and he had to work instead of going to school when he was a little boy. And so he never had the chance to get an education, and it seemed to really bother him a lot. And I thought, well, what can I do for my precious dad? Because he was the greatest daddy in the world and one of the smartest people I've ever known. So I said, Dad, why don't we put together a little program for children where we give children books from the time they're born once a month until they start school. That way they can learn to read, love books, and if you can read, you can kind of self-educate yourself. Now, we're all over the world, and we've given away almost 100 million books, and all the money from this project goes into the Imagination Library to put more books in the hands of more children.
Well, guys, the amazing Elizabeth Hurley has been in the public eye for nearly 25 years, and now it looks like her 15-year-old son, Damien, is following in her famous footsteps. When she stopped by People Now, she told us all about his Royals role, plus the advice that she would give him moving forward. Take a look.
He had a part last year in season 3, and then they reprieved him and brought him back this year, and I actually had scenes with him this year, which was just fantastic. He plays Prince Hansel von Liechtenstein. He's a spoiled reality TV star. He's a real prince, but I guess to earn a buck, he had a reality TV show. And it was just, you know, he's been such a supporter of the show, and indeed of me, for his whole life.
Yeah.
And to have him actually be in costume, mic'd up, doing his lines, I mean, I was proud.
As you know, an actress and model with a lot of experience, what's your advice for him as he kind of steps into that world a little more?
Well, no mother wants her child to go on stage, as you know. We're all saying, no, it's so much better to be a lawyer or a banker.
Right.
However, he does love show business, and so ultimately, of course, I'll encourage anything he wants to do. I mean, I sort of encourage him still to study hard at school and all those things. Even if it's something he'll never need in his life, I just think it makes you a more interesting person if you're well educated. You have something to talk about. I always say you don't want to be the bore at dinner. You need to know geography, you need to know history, you need to know ancient history. It's interesting. Current affairs, economics, study. I mean, we'll see if that goes in one ear and out the other.
No, but nice that you're pushing in that direction.
That's what I want. And then, of course, if he wants to be, and if he were talented enough and lucky enough to be a movie star, how nice would that be? But to me, that's the icing on the cake after we get a fully rounded person.
There you go. Sounds like Damien's definitely enjoying the limelight, but what was it like raising Damien in the spotlight, and did he always have an awareness that the Elizabeth Hurley was his mom? Watch.
So his favorite movie was Austin Powers growing up. He just loved it. Always wanting to have fun, Austin. That's you in a nutshell.
No, this is me in a nutshell. Help! I'm in a nutshell!
He didn't get the rude bits, obviously. He didn't understand a lot of the rather adult humor in it. He just saw it as girls running around with, you know, silver mini skirts and being silly and saying, you know, all those silly phrases. He loved it. So he knew that, but I don't think but at that stage, they wouldn't have known that every mummy wasn't on screen in a silver mini skirt running around.
It's kind of all you know.
That's the thing. Yeah, and gradually he's understood that. He understands, you know, there's certain things. He knows the advantages. Mummy can get us to the front of the line at Euro Disney, but he also knows there's disadvantages. You know, people are staring, and there's not always as much privacy. So it's a double-edged sword, but he's adapted really well to it, and he's supportive of everything.
Pastor Chris Williams has been repairing and donating cars for women and families in need. Williams and his team of miracle mechanics found their calling by helping single moms, widows, and military wives cover the cost of their auto repairs so that they could get back on the road. Chris Williams joins me live. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, you started repairing and donating cars 6 years ago after you helped a mother and a child who you saw walking on the side of the road on a stormy night. How did this idea of your organization come to be? And tell us about that night.
Well, I always wanted to help people that were in need. I know I've been in need plenty of times, and I needed help. And I saw this lady and this young daughter walking on the side of the road in the dark, and I said, you know, there's too many people that can help people that are in need. There's too many people who can work on cars. There's so many people who can donate money. And we need to do something for our people in our community.
Now, you've made repairing vehicles your life's mission. You decided to focus on helping women as you've heard horror stories of dishonest car dealers trying to take advantage of these single moms and widows. What's the response been like from the people that you've helped?
It's been amazing. The help is just such a life change for these ladies. It's they've been in a place where they've needed to beg and borrow rides, and they've exhausted all of their resources. So when we come in, it's more than just transportation. It's really freedom and independence and restored dignity.
Yeah, what message do you hope to share with people listening to your story today?
You know, no matter what walk of life you're in or what you do, help somebody. No matter your financial status, help somebody. There are so many things that you can do in your community just to reach out and make a difference in someone else's life. And when you do, it makes a difference in your life too.
And for everyone that's watching out there, how can people help you out?
Donations is how we exist, donations and volunteers. And we are looking for cars in our area, and then financial donations so that we can put new parts on these cars and give them a new life with a new family. So if you'd like to give, you can do that at our website or even through Facebook.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for everything that you're doing and for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, guys, Prince Harry teamed up with the UK military on Monday to urge armed forces members to consider that their mental health is just as important as their combat skills. The royal prince arrived at the Ministry of Defense headquarters to speak about the importance of mental health support for the armed forces. Prince Harry saying, quote, "Crucially, fighting fitness is not just about physical fitness, it is just as much about mental fitness too." Harry was speaking at the Ministry of Defense in London as he announced a joint initiative that will see the Royal Foundation, led by himself with Prince William and Kate, provide advice and resources to the Ministry of Defense to improve training, education, and information sharing for the armed forces.
I love all the work he does with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's check in with Facebook Live one more time. We've been asking you guys what's your favorite iconic hair moment.
Don says, Hayley Williams from Paramore, always changing up her hair.
Okay, Paulina says, when Carrie Russell cut her hair on Felicity, what a throwback. And Allie says, Rihanna's pixie cut was pretty killer. Only Riri could pull it off. I will argue and say Emma Watson can also pull off the pixie cut.
Brenda says, Tina Turner's hair rocked my world. Yeah, she's like the most iconic hair of all time. I feel like Charlize Theron has changed her hair. Hasn't she done this short? And then,
yes.
Yeah. Yep. I like the pixie on her too. I'm a big Charlize fan. Is this getting creepy? Sorry. Coming up tomorrow, boy band Pretty Much is their name, dishes on hanging out with Simon Cowell and reveals all in a People Now Confess session. They reveal all. Wait until you hear what they have to say. Plus, we'll have your Dancing with the Stars recap. You don't want to miss that.
Yes, well, thank you for watching. For now, we leave you with YouTube sensation JoJo Siwa as she answers some rapid fire questions. Enjoy.
Bye, guys. What's your biggest pet peeve?
When people like bite their nails, or not bite their nails, when like people like make noises with their mouth, and they like, no, that doesn't bug me. Like when you're eating.
Snacking.
Yeah, or when people breathe really loudly.
Mouth breathers, yeah.
What's your favorite selfie face?
Celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush? I don't like anyone. Oh, no, I can pick someone. McDreamy, McSteamy, Patrick Dempsey, Eric Dane, Jesse Williams.
Oh, Grey's Anatomy fan.
Obviously.
Over here, obviously, okay.
Literally biggest fan.
Favorite thing to do when you're not in front of the camera?
Play with Bobo. I was almost gonna bring Bobo today.
Why didn't you?
Because we didn't know if dogs were allowed in the building.
They are. Next time, right here.
Yep.
See, Mom!
Mom, listen.
I told you!
Tried to tell you.
Ha!
Who is your ultimate idol or inspiration?
Ooh, can I give you a few answers? I'm gonna give you Taylor Swift, Meghan Trainor, and my mom.
Taylor
Swift's
new music. Favorite song?
Yeah, you like it?
Look what you made me do.
Look what you made me. Oh my God, you're not even ready for this. I don't know if you saw it. Some of these guys probably saw it. I did a prank call video, and I prank called Todrick, right? And he was like, yo, I'm at a show, but you can still call me. Like, you'll like my voicemail. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I called him, and I'm sorry, the old Todrick can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because he's dead. And it's her voice.
It's her voice doing it?
He recorded it on his phone.
Todrick's voicemail greeting is now Taylor Swift.
It's Taylor Swift, yeah.
That is amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite dance move, and you can also show us if you want.
Oh.
Oh, it's like loose hands.
Yeah. Oh,
nice.
yes.